This video aims to prompt supervisors to consider how they might support an employee's return to work in line with recovery values and principles. Two scenarios will be considered, each relating to a different hypothetical leave taken by a peer supporter. Options will be presented and then discussed, focusing on which potential response is most in line with recovery principles, informed by SAMHSA, the APA, and peer support training. Scenario 1. Brokering the initial conversation, return to work interview. You are welcoming Celeste back to work after they took a leave of absence for 3 months to manage their depressive symptoms. You have spoken to Celeste over the phone semi-regularly for the past 3 months and have noticed an increase, albeit incremental, in their mood and affect. You are scheduling a return to work interview to catch Celeste up on how the office has changed since they left. In scheduling this interview, should you A. Include it first thing in the morning Celeste returns to work? The office has been severely understaffed in Celeste's absence and needs them back to work ASAP. B. Schedule it out 3 months in advance at the end of a probationary transition period. C. Expect Celeste to come to you when they feel ready to have their return to work interview. Or D. Ask Celeste when they would like to meet for their return to work interview and encourage them to ease their way back into their caseload. The best course of action here is D. Ask Celeste when they would like to meet for their return to work interview and encourage them to ease their way back into their caseload. Asking Celeste when they would prefer their return to work interview is the best, most recovery-oriented solution in this situation. Returning from such a long leave is likely to have left Celeste in a sensitive position. Their return to work should be managed on their terms. Introductory conversations can address staffing shortages and other needs Celeste may need to fill upon their return, but at the end of the day, it is important to approach their return to work at their pace. Let's consider another scenario. 2. Considering a request for leave extension. You are readying for Gerald's return to work in a few days. He has been on leave for 12 weeks, following a return to substance use by his wife. He was on leave through the FMLA, but is out of available leave through this federal law. One day, he calls and requests additional leave time, as his wife is still in need of direct support. He is a part-time employee, and as such, does not have any paid time off or sick leave through your agency. In responding to this request, should you A. Explore options with Gerald, such as taking continued unpaid leave or an ADA leave, or considering accommodations that would allow him to return to work and still support his wife? B. Accept his request and offer to pay him under the table as a de facto paid leave policy. C. Deny it, as he simply has no further leave options available. Or D. Offer to take time off yourself to support Gerald's wife. The best course of action here is A. Explore options with Gerald, such as taking continued unpaid leave, exploring ADA leave, or considering accommodations that would allow him to return to work and still support his wife. Offering to explore further leave options and accommodations with Gerald is the best, most recovery-oriented response in this scenario. Though FMLA leave may no longer be available, the supervisor should creatively support additional avenues for leave, such as the ADA, if Gerald qualifies, or exploring accommodations to support Gerald's transition back to work while still supporting his wife. Options may include a temporary reduction in responsibilities, a shift to telework, among others. All in all, supporting employees through leave in a recovery-oriented manner involves listening, offering ample options, and creatively walking through the experience with the employee together.